What's up everyone? Tedrick85 here. For those of you that followed my channel last year know that I followed the Legend of Korra a lot, especially since Book 4 was out. And those of you that follow me also know that I'm a big shipper of Korrasami. And today marks the 1-year anniversary of Korrasami becoming canon. So I thought I'd make this fun video showing my top 10 favorite Korrasami moments. Now, the hardest part of this list was just coming up with just 10 because there were a whole lot of good moments, so I hope you really enjoy this list as much as I enjoyed making it. Korra meets Asami for the first time in the episode The Voice in the Night. Now, this is significant not only because it's the first time that these two met, but it's rather interesting that Cora and Asami pretty much was the opposite of Aang and Katara when they first met. Whereas Aang liked Katara and Katara seemed to like him back in the first episode of that show, Korra really could not stand Asami even though Asami was very friendly to her. And of course this was the time when the show was trying to set up the rivalry between Asami and Korra when it comes to competing with the affections of Mako. But I just like this particular moment because it goes to show just how far these two have come since that very first time that they met. The fight with the biker gang in the Earth Queen episode. And this is really the first time we really got to see Korra and Asami work together as a team when fighting adversaries. And this goes to show just how much of a well-oiled machine they are when it comes to working with each other. They just seem to be on the same page all the time. And I just like the chemistry that they had here, and even though Korra did make the remark that maybe we should have brought more help along with them, you could really tell that the two of these girls alone could really whip some butt, and it really shows in this episode, and I just like the fact that we got to see that here. The pool and racetrack scenes in the aftermath. Now, I couldn't just pick one over the other, so I decided to include both of these as my number 8. And even though Korrasami wasn't really becoming a serious ship back in Season 1, this episode is seen by a lot of Korrasami shippers as the one that really started Asami's friendship towards Korra, and Korra seeing that Asami's not who she appears to be, and especially the racetrack scene where you could really tell that they were starting to get close and becoming friends in that. And I just liked it, especially with Korra's smile as she was riding in the back of the car as Asami beat that guy on the racetrack. But I just thought the scene was really cool, and I just felt that this conversation between the two after the race and that was really nice to see, and to see them becoming friends like that. The scene in Remembrances. And this was the episode that was right after the reunion in Book 4. And I like this episode because you can tell where Korra was thinking about her duties of the Avatar and what Toph told her about it, and she was beginning to doubt herself, but I really liked how Asami was there for her for moral support, and telling her all the good stuff that had happened, even though there was plenty of bad stuff that happened too, and reassured her that the world does need her because she is the Avatar. Now I thought this was a pretty cute scene between the two, especially the way when it first started, especially when Asami offered her some tea, thinking that she might have been cold, even though everybody knows that Korra has warming powers due to her being a firebender. But even with Korra saying, "That's so sweet, thank you," and I just love that scene. And the only bad thing here is that Tenzin did get in the way at the end there, but with what little time they had together in this episode, I really enjoyed it. The entire episode of Long Live the Queen in Book 3. And it goes along with what I was saying before in the Earth Queen episode where they work together as a well-oiled machine. Well, in this episode, we really got to see how well these two work together as far as helping each other break out of that airship that they were transporting to the Earth Queen. And it also shows how good they are working together, whereas Korra actually helped Asami rebuild the sand glider that they were on in order to escape out of the desert. And a lot of Korrasami shippers, including myself, see this episode as being significant just simply because not only of what happened to it, but some of it see the symbolism of it, whereas the series seemed to move away from the Korra ship and getting closer to the Korrasami ship and its symbolism in that. But this whole episode just brought a smile on my face, and it further shows just how good, how strong of a friendship Korra and Asami has had over the course of season 3. The Korra conversation in Long Live the Queen. And I like this particular moment because you can really tell where Asami's really starting to develop feelings towards Korra. It not only as a friend, but maybe more to it. And you can especially tell this just by her offering Korra how to drive and that. And even you get to see Korra confide in Asami, saying that she's glad that whatever happened between them and Mako didn't affect their relationship and that. And you could really tell just how good they are together, and especially with Korra adding that Asami was the first girlfriend that she's had besides Naga, and I just loved Asami's smile afterwards. So I thought this was a really cute moment in that, and this really was the moment I think, at least for me anyway, that got me thinking, wow, this Korrasami ship might actually be serious. And as the saying goes, the rest is history. The reunion scene. And this is where Cora and Asami meet each other for the first time in 3 years. And this was a few episodes after Cora wrote the letter to her concerning her inability to go to the Avastar state. And these two, you can definitely tell, definitely missed each other. As a matter of fact, Drake had to re-edit that one scene where they hugged just so they could remove part of Cora's belly because they were afraid of the contact that the hug had between the two of them. And I thought that was kind of silly, but at the same time, I do kind of understand where it came from. But it wasn't just the hug that I loved in this episode. It's just, you could really tell that they really missed each other a lot. And even when they were trying to find Prince Wu, they still were able to work with each other without missing a beat, despite being away from each other for 3 years. And I just absolutely loved how they were able to put aside like any feelings that they had, anything that they missed in that, just to focus not only on the task at hand, but to renew their friendship once more. Asami comforting Korra at the end of the Book 3 finale, Venom of the Red Lotus. And I think this was the particular point where I realized that Asami possibly not only has really deep feelings for her as a friend, but this was a point where I saw where she was actually starting to fall in love with Korra, especially after seeing her almost die from the mercury poison that Zahir put in her. And I just liked the fact that she was willing to put everything aside just to help Korra out due to her being confined to a wheelchair. And you can really see how much she cared, not only from the animation of Asami, but Seychelle Gabriel's voice acting here was absolutely brilliant, and she really did a good job encompassing Asami's feelings towards Korra here. Despite Korra being numb from almost getting killed, you can definitely tell where she appreciates Asami too, and I think even though she didn't realize it at the time, I think Korra has started getting really close feelings towards Asami too, even more so than just friends. Korra's letter to Asami and Korra alone. And it should be noted, which I said this in my Book 4 vlog, that Asami was the only person that Korra wrote to here. And I think that was a big reason for that was because not only was Asami there for her whenever she was trying to heal, and also it was because that Korra sees Asami as the only true person that she can really confide her deepest fears and concerns to and speak her raw emotions to. And I just thought it was really sweet that after all this time that she decided to write to Asami and that, and even the essence of the letter itself and that, you can definitely tell where she really misses Asami. And I'm sure when Asami got that letter, she read it over and over again and kept it close to her, just as a comfort of knowing that Korra is still thinking about her. And I think it was also at this point, even beyond the Book 3 finale, where their feelings were a little bit more than just being friends. So I thought this was a really sweet moment where Korra bared her soul to Asami through that letter. The final scene of the series, and really, how could I not end this countdown without having this as number one? And even as I'm talking about this right now, I'm starting to get teary-eyed just how impactful this was to the LGBT community. And even if you're not a member of the LGBT community, you really have to feel strong emotions toward the scene in that. And it was a really powerful one, as you could see Cora and Asami's friendship turning to a romantic one. And after all the stuff that they've been through throughout the series, I thought this was the perfect way to end the show, and seeing them hold hands and that, it's. I know when I watch this later on today, I'm gonna bawl my eyes out like I did the first time I watched this, but I don't care. This was really one of my all-time favorite television moments, and I really hope that Korrasami fans out there feel the same way I do. So, but yeah, that's it for this countdown. I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and thank you so much for watching this, and I will see you guys again next time.